Let's
Magsumbong
start
kayo.
siguro with
Yeah.
attorney first
Yeah.
because this one baka
Yeah.
mas ma-explain you deeper. Let's
Yeah.
Well, if the company involved kasi is a member of the SAP, if you really want fast action, I think they better go straight to the SAP because they're out there to protect the public, the buying public. Okay. And I think, as mentioned by Ador earlier, they have their own grievance committee, and they have a committee which studies if their code of ethics was violated. So there can be swift action on that.
Swift action. Yun ang gusto nila marinig, I think.
So,
But my question there is, can also the SAP also order a return,
yeah, what are the steps that the SAP actually takes?
or
Yeah.
the SAP will just sanction the erring member?
No. Going back to the first question of Alvin, where there are so many victims who are not or who were not coming forward to complain. Well, first is some of those who were victimized, let's face it, were some pride also.
Oh, yes.
Plus, in the Philippines, the legal, with the due respect to our lawyer here, the legal process is not only time-consuming but very expensive. But I agree with you. I've been a witness in a hotel in Tuguegarao City. I won't mention the hotel, but it was the height of this Euro online money, something like that. And I took the initiative of going to the NBI, and I personally talked to a lawyer there of how they can help the victims. It's a long process, really. It's a very, very long process. And you are right. Even if they come to us, if they are our members, the most that we can do is going to the Code of Ethics. There are sanctions there. But legally, I mean, like going to the closure of the business or suspending their operation, there has to be a due process. And I can't help but, go to the TI or SEC. So again, you have to consider the legal procedures, which is, we know it's not easy. So if it's just an ethics, meaning a practice, and the member company is or the subject company is member of the DSAP, we can always go to the grievance committee or the ethics, the code of ethics. But if it involves legal, something like they're selling products that are not registered,
Dito na tayo.
that's right. Or if their income opportunity is already beyond the definition of what is stated in the Consumer Act of the Philippines, then you have to go to DTI or
Yes,
SEC.
and you have to get a lawyer.
Right. You have to.
Yeah, we have
And yes, you're available for that. So Francis is available for anyone who's been scammed out there. You can go to Francis. Okay, so I just want to throw a question. Some people tell me that when you get scammed, it's actually easier for you to get scammed again. That's why they have this term called reload scams. Okay, so because you want gusto nyong bumawi.
Yep, right.
Gusto nyong bumawi.
Exactly.
Kaya what type of what type of advice can we give people who get scammed about that?
Okay. Siguro underlying reason why previous scam victims become present scam victims again is yung the desire to recover quickly what they lost. Siguro it's about time na isipin nila na there's such a thing as cutting your losses and not plunge headlong right away and just into any investment opportunity that comes their way. Let them conduct due diligence.
All right. So which brings me to a question I want to give to you, Ador, because many people will tell me also that they didn't make money out of an MLM, so it has to be a scam. I mean, many people have come to me, and from what I see, it's a legitimate marketing company.
Right.
But then they say, no, it's a scam because this, because of that, and usually it's the upline's fault or something, and then they didn't make money. So how would you answer that type of a?
I totally agree with you, Boom, because MLM it's not a simple thing to understand. Let's face it. And again, for you to earn money, whether it is single level or MLM, at the end of the day, what dictates is your effort, which is basically you have to sell products. Now, if you expect to earn money without doing anything, like, okay, I joined because the one who recruited me or my upline promised me that, okay, you join ABC company. This is a very good direct selling company. They are into MLM. And in 1 month's time, you will learn so much. I guess that's where you have to really initiate an investigation. Because whether the system or the mode is single or multi-level, what you should look at is the compensation part, how you earn, and then you really have to work for it. I mean, it's a business. It's like an ordinary business that you have to invest something. And in MLM, I should say, learning or training is very crucial. It's very important. That is why in most multi-level companies, before you can be successful, you've got to have a very good mentor, like you as a trainer. Yeah, because if you have so many people under you, it takes relationship, it takes skills, it takes leadership, and nowadays it's more than customer service. Here we talk of loyalty, how you keep that people to your business.
Okay.
So you have to train them.